Hey sis, long time no see. I can't believe how long it's been. It's me, Alyssa.
Do we know each other? I don't have any recollection of an Elisa. Goodbye.
Hey, just wait a sec. Don't be like that. What are you talking about, Cassia? It's me, your little sis. Alyssa, it's only been 8 years. You can't actually be saying you forgot me already.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't remember you at all. I don't need the kind of low-life trash who would steal someone else's boyfriend, occupying my precious memories. I don't have a sister.
Oh, good grief, Cassia. Would you just, get over it already? Are you really gonna spend your whole life crying over spilled milk like this? You can't sulk forever. It's not good for you. That was way back in high school, for crying out loud. We were basically kids back then. I swear, it's always nag, 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 nag with you. Have you ever considered that maybe you acting like this is the reason why the boys always flocked to me and never gave you a second look?
What do you even want? Did you message me after 8 years of total silence just to start a fight? I made it clear you were never to contact me again, unless it was an emergency. To be honest, I did just want to block you and cut you out of my life completely once and for all. But if I did that, I'd have no way of reaching Mom, believe me. I hate still having your name in my contact list. I didn't feel like I had a choice. You knew all this though, didn't you? In spite of that, here you are, after 8 years bombarding me with petty, immature attempts at starting an argument. If that's how you're gonna act, then maybe I should just block you, like I should have done a long time ago.
Oh, Cassia, how can you be so cold? It's hard to believe we're related. Me being such a little ray of sunshine and all. Anyway, this conversation is boring me now. The reason I messaged you today, well, there are 2 reasons. Firstly, I have something to tell you. Secondly, I have a favor to ask.
Something to tell me? A favor?
That's right. Okay, here it comes. I'm getting married!
Wow, incredible. Congrats.
Not only that, but I'm pregnant with this baby. We decided to get married when I found out I was pregnant. Aren't I just the luckiest girl?
Yep, amazing. We done now? Cool. Bye.
Cassia, stop this! I just gave you the most important news of my life, and this is your reaction? Why are you so desperate to get rid of me? Do you hate me that much? Anyway, no, we're not done. Like I told you, I need to ask a favor, too.
Make it quick. I'm very busy and have important things to do, like you, who seems perfectly content wasting her time on trying to drag long-dead relationships up from the grave.
Just listen, sis, okay? Like I just told you, when I found out I was pregnant, we decided to get married, right? Now here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to divorce your husband.
Excuse me? Divorce my husband? What? I don't even...
Isn't it obvious? If you and your husband don't get divorced, I won't be able to get married. That's why you have to divorce him.
I don't think it would be possible for me to understand this any less right now. You must have lost the single brain cell you had over these last 8 years. Because you're talking crazy. Unless you start making sense, we're done here. Hey, actually, wait! How did you know I was married? I know for sure I didn't tell either you or Mom.
Your husband told me. I can't believe you got married in secret. Who even does that? Do you really think it's okay not to tell me about something that big? Not cool, sis. Dad was furious too. You should have seen the look on his face when he found out.
Oh, come on. There's no way in a million years I was ever gonna let him know. Try looking at this from my point of view. Why would I tell the scheming lowlife who stole my husband, or the double-crossing dad who blindly covered for her anything at all? To tell you the truth, I did want to tell Mom because she was the only one who actually had my back throughout the whole thing. I knew that if I did, it would only be a matter of time before word made its way to you. At which point, I probably would have had to deal with your petty games all over again. So I decided it wasn't worth it. But that was back then. I can honestly say I don't care at all now. So, tell me, who's your fiancé? The only people me and my husband told about our wedding were his parents and both of our close friends.
What's that? Curious, are we? Is someone just a teeny weeny bit curious? Should I just tell you and put you out of your misery?
Stop wasting my time. Just hurry up and tell me.
My fiancé is Ryan.
Huh? Ryan?
That's right, Ryan. I think you know who that is, don't you? He is your husband after all.
Excuse me?
Yep, I'm pregnant with your husband's baby. Oopsie. I'm so sorry. Looks like I stole your happiness all over again.
No. Just hold on a minute. What the hell are you talking about? You and Ryan are getting married? You have to be joking me. Are you serious right now?
Look, sis, it's perfectly understandable that you wouldn't want to believe it. It must sting like hell. I get it. I really do. But I'm sorry to say, it's 100% true. It was Ryan who told me you two got married. Yep, that means your husband himself told me. You just don't get a more credible source than that. He's one of the higher-ups at the company I work at.
But, no. Wait, what the? You and Ryan? Why would you two? How did you meet?
He's one of the higher-ups at the company I work at. We were chatting in the cafeteria when he told me he went to the same college as you, so I asked him about you on the off chance. I almost spat out my spaghetti when he told me he was your husband. We carried on speaking after that, grew closer and closer, and before you know it, I'm pregnant with his baby.
Oh, so that's how. I see.
Yep, that's how. So hurry up and divorce him for me, okay, sweetie? I know it must hurt, but you wouldn't want to get in the way of our bright future together, would you? Me and Ryan are getting married.
Listen, Elisa, you can tell me to divorce him all you like, but there's just no way I can do that.
Why not? Of course you can. What's the problem? You two don't have kids together, and he told me you practically live separately these days. I'm doing you a favor here. You can finally be free of your stale, loveless marriage, and I get your husband. It's a win-win. All it takes is one set of signed divorce papers, and you can move on with your life.
It's true. A married couple can decide to end things with just a few pieces of paper, but that's not the problem here.
I don't want to hear your whiny excuses. Just hurry up and divorce him so I can have my man all to myself. If it's compensation you're after, don't worry. I'll pay.
Compensation? You'd pay compensation. To me?
Yep, that's what I said, isn't it? Don't get me wrong. I'd rather stick pins in my eyes than give money to the likes of you. But Ryan says it's important we get married before the baby's born. He said if we don't, it'll be born out of wedlock or something like that. I don't really understand, but he said it'd be bad for our reputation and our baby would never get a good job, and I definitely do not want that. So if paying you off is what it takes, so be it.
So he doesn't want the kid to be born out of wedlock? I see. But why would you pay me compensation? I still don't get it.
Well, this whole thing got me thinking, and I figured that when people divorce, most of the fighting is usually over possessions and money, right? Which is why I figured I could just pay you off to hand Ryan over to me. With that, you'd quit your complaining, and I'd have your husband all to myself. Do you understand now? Okay, great. Now be a darling and go hand in those divorce papers. If it's money you want, I'll pay whatever you want.
Okay. I see. I think I finally understand where you and Ryan are coming from now. Okay, fine. I'll do exactly as you say.
Really? Thanks so much, sis. You're the best. So, how much do you want? Don't hold back. You can have as much as you like. Just say the number.
I don't need your money. Forget about the compensation.
OMG, really?
The idea of receiving even a single cent from you makes me feel physically sick, so I'd rather just go without. I don't want to be the thought of someone who goes around extracting money out of her little sister either. How about you put it into a savings account for the kid's future instead?
Wow. Really? Really? Thank you so much. much. Even after stealing your husband, you're not gonna ask me for any compensation? I couldn't ask for a better sister. Woohoo! Looks like me and Ryan are celebrating tonight. I need to get the drinkies in. Did I ever tell you that I love you, Cassia? 'Cause I do.
That's nice. I hate you. We're done here. Goodbye.
Don't worry, you'll be hearing from me when I have my beautiful baby. Toodles, sweetie. Hey sis, guess what? Guess what? I had my baby this morning. He's a beautiful, healthy, energetic baby boy.
Why are you talking to me? I know I made this clear when you two got married, but apparently it didn't go in, so I'll try again. I neither need nor want to hear updates about your life. What I need is for you to stop messaging me. Forever. I literally couldn't care less about you.
You can be as mean and nasty as you want, but it's all water off a duck's back to me. Nothing could faze me right now. I'm the happiest girl in the whole world.
Cool. Congrats.
Sorry, Cassia. It must really suck to be you right now. And believe me, I feel so terrible about all this. Really, you should have been the one cradling your newborn baby in a hospital bed right now. But I just couldn't resist coming along and stealing your husband. Aren't I just the worst? I'm so sorry, sweetie. Really. I gotta say, though, even I was surprised how quickly I managed to steal this one. We'd barely known each other 5 minutes before I was pregnant. Must have been fate. Look on the bright side. I might have stolen your happiness, but at least now I get to live my best life.
You haven't stolen anything from me. I'm perfectly happy and nothing you could possibly do will ever change that.
You know, you putting on a brave face like this is an equal mix of admirable and tragic. It's okay to be honest about your feelings, you know, babe? We are sisters after all. Admit it. This sucks, doesn't it? Not only did I steal your boyfriend back then, but now your husband's mine too. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I basically stole your baby on top of it all.
I'm not putting a brave face. My husband and son are right next to me.
Huh?
My real husband and my adorable son are both sat right next to me as we speak. And I can assure you, we're very happy and content.
Your real husband? Your son? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Did you get remarried already? How is that even possible?
It's not, of course. How could I get remarried in such a short space of time if you just stolen my husband? Look, I'm bored of this now. You seem to be in grips of the mother of all misunderstandings. And it's time to set you straight. I never said Ryan was my husband. Not even once. Me and him have never been married.
Huh? Excuse me?
I got married 5 years ago, and me and my husband have 2 kids now. That husband obviously being a person other than Ryan. Ryan's just my ex-boyfriend from college. We dated for 2 months before I ended it. He was jealous, controlling, manipulative liar. He stopped me going out to see my friends, smashed up my phone, and wrecked my apartment. I finally managed to get rid of him when he basically tried to kidnap me and drag me off to live with him and his parents in the middle of nowhere. After that, he stalked and harassed me for months on end. Thankfully, I haven't seen him in years now.
Huh? No. Wait, what? There has to be some kind of mistake. What are you talking about? Jealous? Controlling? Manipulative? He smashed up your phone? He wrecked your apartment? Kidnapped? Stalking and harassment? What the... Explain!
Oh no, don't tell me you married him without knowing any of this. I gave in and started dating him after he practically begged me to give him a chance. But he completely changed from the moment we got together. He banned me from speaking to other guys, took my phone, and deleted every guy from my contact list. He stopped me going outside during the day because he said guys might try hitting on me. When I told him I wasn't going to be a prisoner in my own home, he snatched my phone, threw it on the floor, and stomped it to pieces. That was when I knew he was seriously bad news, so I told him I was breaking up with him. After that, He started showing up at my apartment day and night. He'd bang on the door and yell at the top of his voice like some escaped mental patient, only leaving when I told him the police were coming or he heard the sirens. One night, when he'd been drinking particularly heavy, he kicked my door clean off its hinges.
What?
Then he barged his way in, restrained me, and ordered me to drop out of college and move in with him with his parents in the countryside. He just kept yelling, "You will be my bride! You will be my bride!" like a man possessed. I genuinely felt like he was actually going to kidnap me and drag me off to the countryside right then and there. Thankfully, one of the neighbors had heard the commotion and called the police, who piled into the house and arrested him the moment they saw what was going on. With that, what I was sure was about to turn into an actual kidnapping attempt was thwarted, and I thought my nightmare was over. But then they released him on bail and he started stalking me. I was so terrified and desperate to get away from him, I moved out of the state, but he followed me.
Wait a sec, this can't be. Are you saying he lied about you and him being married? Are you saying I just gave birth to a baby with a man who wasn't your husband?
Firstly, most normal people don't go around trying to give birth to their sister's husband's children. Secondly, no, he was never, ever my husband. I'm guessing he thought he could get close to you by lying about me and him being married, and use this as his way in to resume his obsessive harassment campaign against me. Knowing what he's like, he's most likely manipulating you, using you as a tool to get to me.
No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be happening. Did Ryan trick me?
The fact that you didn't know about any of this until I just told you means that, yes, he did. He's been hiding his true colors from you this whole time, but something tells me you'll be seeing them before long. Now you're married with a kid. He has you trapped right where he wants you, and you have no way out.
Huh? Trapped?
I'm guessing he'll propose you and him move in with his parents in the countryside over the coming days or weeks. And when I say countryside, I mean so far out in the sticks that you barely even get a cell phone signal. I never got to meet his folks, but I'm guessing since he was so desperate to move me in with them during this reign of terror, they must be just like him. Something tells me things are about to get real rough for you, Lisa.
What? No! No! You can stop it now. You've had your fun. This is all one big silly prank, isn't it? I'm not laughing, you know.
Whether you believe me or you don't is entirely up to you. But surely you understand now why I didn't want any compensation from you? Because Ryan isn't my husband, and he never was. I had no right to ask you for money, and you had no reason to give me any.
What the hell, Cassia? You're horrible! Evil! How could you let me do something like this? Why didn't you tell me anything?
Oh, is this somehow my fault now? That's funny, because from where I'm standing, it looks like you got absorbed in these absurd, misunderstood delusions all on your own. Don't go blaming me for the mess you made.
But what am I supposed to do now? Help! What do I do? Tell me, please. You're married with a baby now. Ugh. I had no idea Ryan was that kind of guy. You let me walk right into this. You let me... Please help, Cassia. I'm begging you. You know him, right? What should I do? I don't want to get myself dragged into the middle of nowhere to live with the freaking Addams family.
What am I supposed to do? This is way above my pay grade. You're better off asking a professional. Or, how about you just deal with it yourself? You're the one who chose to marry and have a kid with the guy.
That's only because he said he was your husband. I wouldn't have looked at him twice otherwise. I thought if you married him, he must be a decent guy. I had no idea about this. Gee, he sounds like a freaking lunatic. Am I in danger? I am, aren't I?
You're the stupidest person I've ever met. Let's face it, you'd have to be a moron to fall for a lie like that. If you must blame someone, blame yourself.
OMG, Cassia! We're sisters! Family! Help me! I'm begging you, I'll do anything.
No. This really is goodbye because I'm blocking you now. I wish you nothing but good fortune and happiness. Not long after that, Elise and her son were both discharged from the hospital in good health. But before she even had time to process what was going on, Ryan showed his true colors, ordering her to quit her job and move in with him and his parents out in the countryside, just as I predicted. My psychotic ex and his parents then immediately took Kaisa's baby boy, preventing her from seeing him at all, and forced her to be their live-in maid. When my dad found out about what had happened, he embarked on a heroic one-man crusade to rescue his unfortunate daughter from the clutches of her deranged captors. This morning, after a long drive through the night, he barged his way into Ryan's parents' house, which quickly descended into scenes of indescribable chaos. The carnage is still going on as we speak. This is inevitably going to lead to divorce. But knowing Ryan, it's a battle that will be as vicious and hostile as they come. I hate to say it, but this is why it's probably not a good idea going around trying to steal other people's boyfriends and husbands. What goes around comes around. For my poor mother, who had put up with Elisa and my dad's shenanigans for far too long, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. She finally committed to divorce she'd been thinking about for years. The moment she found out Dad was away in the country, she used his absence to file the papers and move in with her parents. How do I know all of this, you ask? I found out through one of my mom's relatives. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I heard. I finally deleted Elisa's number, which I'd only held onto all these years for my mom's sake. Soon, I'm planning on heading over to see her for the first time in almost a decade. Here's to mending fences.